want to see that amazing
I haven't
face.
done this for a while.
Okay, well, welcome to the world premiere of Lilith Fair, Building a Mystery. What was it like going through the footage? Because I laughed, I cried, I was angry, I was hopeful. What was it like for you?
Well, you pretty much nailed it on the head, all those things. There's an incredible amount of nostalgia, an incredible amount of pride and gratitude. This film is so beautiful. I think it's a really important time for something like this to come out. And I'm just really proud of it. So I can't believe it's been 5 years since we started this process. So I can't believe today is finally here.
Well, there's a moment in the documentary where Natalie Merchant talks about how Bonnie Wright leaned over to her in one of the group songs saying, "I've waited for this my entire life." I got emotional watching it.
Yeah.
Seeing that, you must, I hope, feel pride, not only the impact on fellow artists, but really this was impact felt globally.
Yeah, I mean, you know, being in the middle of it, it was really hard to maybe feel all those things other than just the day-to-day madness of all of it and all the beautiful bits of it. Honestly, we're being up on stage with all the other artists and sharing our music together. That was, for me, one of the most paramount things every day, as well as giving a check to a local women's shelter. That was really amazing too.
Millions of dollars and continuing to make a life, or living rather, and changing people's lives through your music foundation. But I just quickly want to ask about the last song that we hear is off of your new album that is out this week, One in a Long Line. That will be an anthem for so many people when they hear it. When did you start writing that song?
I wrote that, I started about a year ago, and I was writing with Anne Previn, and we were looking at the world and looking at Roe v. Wade being overturned and women's rights being stripped away, and I just thought, I have a platform, I have a strong belief system here, I cannot be complacent, I need to say something about this. And to have both my daughters sing on that song was really profoundly important to me as well.
It's profound to hear it. I have to end this interview on what I heard in the documentary. Sarah McLachlan is the best and brings out the love in everyone. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What was it like to go through all the footage for this?
I mean, it was a lesbian's dream, ultimately. It was just such a beautiful experience. It was, I think a lot of people have a nostalgia for Lilith, even if they weren't there. I personally wasn't able to go, so it really felt like I was able to transport myself back in time and be in like a slightly better place than we're in right now in the world, I think. Yeah.
We are at the world premiere of this, and so many people think they know everything about Lilith, so they're going to learn a lot. How does it make you feel that in about a week from now, people are going to learn about the bravery and all the work that went in behind the scenes that they may not know?
Well, I feel like you're trying to make me cry, which isn't fair because I have a lot of I have a lot of stuff to get through today. But no, it just makes me feel incredibly proud to be just a piece of the team that is going to help with the legacy of Lilith and help it be really properly remembered. I think pop culture has not been the most fair to Lilith. I think it has been a little bit trivialized, and we've been a bit reductive about Lilith Fair. I think we do that with women's contributions a lot of the time. And so I just feel really lucky to be able to help fix that collective, like maybe misremembering of how fucking cool Lilith was. Not just like how successful it was and, you know, how important it was, but it was like the coolest place to be in the 90s. So yeah, I'm thrilled.
A place for people to feel safe, be
Exactly.
themselves, for the charity work, standing up for themselves, doing something people weren't doing before. When we look at where we are right now, when you know the industry sees something that they're like, may not be good for marketing, they won't do it. That adds even more to the importance of this story.
We're in a real contraction period in our industry. I think it's really scary. A lot of funding and investing in like diverse stories that was there even a decade ago, 5 years ago. There's been like a real fear-based pendulum swing kind of the other way, maybe reflective of the time we're in right now. And so I hope that this doc can serve as a reminder that it's not a risk to invest in women's stories or women's art or other people's art. It's a huge opportunity, and it will have a return on investment, it to be as like cynical as one can be about it. But yeah, it's like I hope we don't do the same thing we've done many times. Sarah. And I just can't wait for everyone to kind of hopefully learn a lesson from the doc, but also like just have so much fun watching it. Yeah.
Well, I was just so proud to be part of the festival, and I really am excited that there's still this legacy of how important it was and that people are acknowledging that, and I think it's a great thing.
What was it like for you to revisit those memories?
I mean, it was great because I have a daughter who's 20 years old, and she didn't really understand what it was like back then, so it was kind of a refresher for me to be able to tell her the stories of what it was like.
I think people will learn a lot about this documentary and the festival when you guys were there, because we think of it as a sisterhood. You're celebrating, helping push women forward. I did not know about the protests, some of the backlash. Sarah says how you inspired her by standing up for yourself. What's it like to hear that and how you're inspiring people?
That's wonderful. I didn't really know that. I haven't seen the film yet, so I didn't know. But that's great. I mean, I think we were all just doing what we thought was the right thing to do in that moment. It was tough at times, but I'm happy if that's true, that she got some inspiration.
I'm so excited.
You have such a beautiful moment in the documentary. The only brief moment we see you, because obviously this is through your production company and your producer, where
Right.
you say it's one of the first moments you felt safe.
Yeah.
How does it make you feel that knowing in a week from now, so many people are going to know so much more of this beautiful strength from these women?
I can't wait. It was one of the formative moments in my young life, and to have somehow attended Lilith Fair and then gotten the call to participate in making this documentary, it feels like a full circle moment, and I'm just so excited to tell Sarah's story and to celebrate these women and what they did for the music industry. It's such an important story to tell, and I'm thrilled for people to see it in a week's time.
Erykah Badu, Brandi Carlile, Bonnie Raitt, it goes on and
Emmylou
on.
Harris,
Yes,
Missy Elliott, Tracy Chapman, Sinead O'Connor.
These stories are so impactful then and now, and even more prevalent now. Did you learn anything about Lilith Fair that maybe you didn't know before?
I think it's just a continued reminder that progress will always be met with pushback, and you really have to just keep going because good things will happen.
What does it mean your dad just walked behind you, here to support you?
Well, he was in town, he better have.
We're not going to address the fact that Eugene, the accomplished actor, but you're here as Eugene, the dad. What's it like feeling this moment for Dan?
I'm terribly excited today, and I couldn't be prouder. I'm always proud of my son. This is a great. I'm dying to see this movie. You know what I mean? I know a little bit about Lilith Fair, but this is where I'm actually getting to find out what it was all about.